All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to DuePoint. Welcome to everyone around the country who's tuned into our live broadcast. Did everyone have a nice Women's Day yesterday? Let me ask the women here. Did the women have a nice Women's Day? Did the men pamper you a little bit? Okay, hopefully. All right. So we had a great day yesterday. We had 2 intro presentations, and we're going to have another one today. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here, and our lunchtime presentation is about 45 minutes long. I'm going to go through our business, what the opportunity is all about, and afterwards you're welcome to come speak to me, ask me any questions that you might have. All right, so let's begin. As you can see, we're a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is a registered insurance company in South Africa. Constantia was founded in 1952, so been working within the insurance space for nearly 70 years, very successfully too. They don't typically deal with consumers, so you probably don't recognize the logo, perhaps not even the name, but if you turn to the back page of most of your insurance policies, you'll see that actually Constantia underwrites a lot of policies out in South Africa. And so for the first time through this new division called DuePoint, are we now approaching consumers directly. The FSP number that we operate under is that one over there that you see there, 31111. That's very important. That's our financial services provider license number. And we've got the rest of our FSP licenses on display. So those little framed pictures that you see outside in the foyer or on our website. We've got a long and short-term insurance license, an investment license, our FSP license, as well as our accreditation with the direct marketing and the direct selling associations. All of this is to build credibility. We want people to trust this business because we're going to be proposing a partnership, and there can't be a partnership unless there's trust involved, right? So go do a background check on us if you need to. We actually listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange under a company called Conduit Capital. The managers and executives are these people up on screen. So the first 3 individuals are registered chartered accountants, starting with Mr. Benfield. He heads up this division. He's our senior executive here. He's got a lot of experience in financial services, particularly in insurance, because his whole family have been entrenched in insurance and very successful in the insurance space. Brendan's father started Clientele Life. He started the IFA. They've got companies in Europe that are running very successfully. They've helped found businesses in Australia, and they also started a company down the road called Prime Meridian Direct, or PMD. So some wonderful financial pedigree in Mr. Benfield. Tim and Stacey look after all the auditing, the accounting, and the regulatory requirements in our business. And then Jane and myself are the 2 non-accountants. Jane is very experienced in direct sales, referral marketing, network marketing. She's been doing it pretty much all her life. She's actually from the UK, although she's been in South Africa for about 10 years now. But she brings some wonderful experience to our business in terms of that network or referral marketing aspect of our business that we've employed. And then myself, I've been working in advertising for over close to 25 years now. I worked primarily in the digital space, not so much the printing space. I ran my own digital agency for 15 years. We worked very much in the banking sector, so we did a lot of work for big banks like Investec, Nedbank, a little bit of work for ABSA, etc. So I've got a little bit of experience in the financial space too. But that's the senior team here at DuePoint. We've got our client service staff, we've got admin staff, but everyone is mandated to support people that join us in this business. We want to see people that decide to join us here at DuePoint being effective, more importantly, profitable and happy. All right, so those are the goals that we want to instill in the DuePoint Wealth Engineers here in this business, and we do everything to support you in achieving those aspirations. Very quickly, we kind of pay a little bit of credence to the personal finance position that a lot of South Africans find themselves in. You can see that 4-letter word up there in the top left corner, the one that we think is a swear word, but we love so much because we have so much of it, right? Debt. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this slide because I trust everybody already sitting here knows exactly what pain you're feeling from a personal finance point of view. And also, if you're not even feeling pain, a business like this is an opportunity to mitigate risk. So as an insurance company, we're involved in risk management all the time. We are always looking at risk management in terms of personal finance, in terms of business, and creating a second income for yourself is really just mitigating risk, right? Don't wait for the crisis to happen before you suddenly jump into action. Make sure that you've got enough coming in every month so that even if there is a crisis one day, that it's not a problem. And so out of the circumstance that South Africans find themselves in, Constantia as a business saw the opportunity to create a system that allows the average South African to change their circumstance. And so the DuePoint system was launched in February 2016 with a number of aspirations in mind, because our business is not only about just creating additional income for people. Our business is actually focused around creating wealth. There's a difference, right? You can have someone down the road here, we're in Bryanston, very affluent area in South Africa, that could be earning 200,000 Rand a month. But they've probably got a car that costs them 2 million Rand that they're paying off. They never paid for cash. They've got a house that they're paying off. And if they get retrenched, they're in as much trouble as anyone else, right? And so income, the amount of income that you're earning does not mean you are wealthy. And so when I say that this business is focused on wealth, what does it actually mean? Well, one of the biggest aspirations we have for people in this business is to use that additional income that they create for themselves to become debt-free as quickly as possible. Right? If you want to be truly wealthy in the true sense of the word, you have to be debt-free. You can't be a wealthy person and owe other people money, right? And so our focus is try to get rid of your debt as quickly as possible. Then we can focus on wealth creation. And wealth creation is created through the ownership of assets. Right? Because if you've got money that's coming in and no money going out because you've paid everything off, well, now you have the liberty to now start investing in property or this or that. And that's where we create wealth, through the ownership of assets. And then ultimately, we just want people to change their circumstance to the point where they are just happier. No stress in December. Are you waiting for the stress in December, or are you waiting for the holidays in December? January, even more stress, right? Because January is so expensive. We want people to change that circumstance so that they don't have to face any of that stress in life anymore. So how does this business work? Our guests here this afternoon, you have the opportunity to join DuePoint. You will enter into a contract with us, which you can cancel at any time, by the way. It's not a 48-year contract that you sign your soul away to. It's a short-term contract, but once you enter into that contract, we refer to you as a wealth engineer. And as a wealth engineer, you have got a single focus, a single task, and that is to go and build a channel of distribution for yourself. And that channel of distribution is built by you just going out and connecting people to this business opportunity. We want you to go out and tell other people about DuePoint. That's all you have to do. Right? And if you're successful in that process, if you can get some people attracted to come look at what DuePoint's all about, and they decide to become wealth engineers and product owners, that is you being successful at building your channel of distribution. And it leads to all these benefits. Number one, you get to create an additional income. Not once-off income, recurring income, right? You can put time into this business in August 2018. That doesn't pay you only at the end of the month. It'll pay you the following month, in 3 months' time. In a year's time, you could still be earning money because of the effort you put in a single month, August 2018. That is the beauty of recurring income. Why? Because you're not earning commission, sales-based, once-off income. You are building an asset, a channel of distribution, that pays out that return. Right? Some people refer to it as passive income or annuity income. That's where you want to be. You can go speak to anyone. That's the type of income you want to earn. Salaries are the opposite. Salaries are active income. If you don't go to work in September, are you going to get a salary? No chance, right? And a lot of people, even in small business and even in big business, they've got to chase money every month because their business resets to zero every single month. Think about electricians, hairdressers, designers, programmers, those people. It's all active income. In this business, you get to create recurring income. It is a massive benefit in this business. The power duplication, you have the opportunity to go out and find people to help you build your channels. So you have to think of yourself as a CEO. Right? If you can go find good people that will help you build your channel, you have just duplicated yourself. Right? You don't want to be the one person chasing income. You want to have an organization helping build your income. Right? That is called leverage or power duplication. I'll show it to you with some real life wealth engineers and how they're harnessing it. Our business is flexi time. It just means that you can do this business at any time of the day, anywhere in the country. Because our business runs off a smartphone app. That's all you need, a smartphone app. And you can do the business anywhere, anytime in the country. There's no startup capital. We've designed this business to be as low risk as possible. We don't want people coming into this business worried that they're going to lose money. We've designed it to have a very low barrier to entry so that it becomes as accessible to as many people as possible, right? We don't have boxes of product that you have to buy. There's no big investments that you have to make. We don't have registration fees or starter kits that you have to buy. None of that. So it's as low risk as possible. We don't care about your qualifications or experience either, right? That's something that we get discriminated against in the real world, in the real economy. They say, what's your education? What's your experience? Then they tell you, this is the job you can have. Here at DuePoint, we don't say that. We're not interested in your background. We're interested in how hard you're willing to work for this, right? And you get to reward yourself accordingly to effort. There's the opportunity to build an asset. Now, he's been speaking about this asset. This asset that you're building, this channel of distribution, you have legal tender over it. It means you own it. That means you can sell it. If you build up a channel that's paying out 10,000 Rand a month, you could sell that because that has intrinsic value to it. It also means that our asset never retires you. DuePoint will not retire you. Guess what your permanent employer is going to do when you get close to 60? They're going to ask you, what kind of cake do you like? They're going to have a party for you. It's not going to be a happy party because after that party, your income ends, right? And for the majority of South Africans, when I say majority, I'm talking 90% plus of South Africans can't afford retirement. This business will not retire you. It'll pay you into your 60s, into your 70s, into your 80s. When do you think you're going to die? You haven't thought about it yet. Now guess what happens to your channel of distribution when you die? It doesn't disappear. You're hopefully going to cede it to your beneficiaries in your will. In your will, it'll say, you leave your channel of distribution that's producing so much money a month to your spouse or to your children, and you'll be able to pass wealth on to the next generation. Then they'll definitely have your photo up on the mantelpiece. Unless you pass debt on, right? A lot of South Africans pass debt on to the next generation. There's no selling involved in our business. So that might confuse some people. You're thinking, well, what are we going to be doing here? All you're going to be doing is telling people about the DuePoint business opportunity. You don't have to tell them anything about our products. You have to get them interested in just coming to see a business presentation like the one you're in now, and I will tell them about the products. Your job is just to find out who wants to make additional income every month, right? And that's what we call just connecting people to the opportunity, not the product. So there's no selling involved. The nature of our products, because we have financial products, means there aren't boxes that you need to take home today. Right? We don't have any stock or distribution issues. Everything is controlled by IT, by technology. All the collections, everything, it happens like that in an instant, right? And so that's a wonderful convenience with regards to DuePoint's products. Your success here at DuePoint is dependent on your ability to build a channel of distribution. It begins with you. So today, you become a wealth engineer and a product owner here at DuePoint. And this afternoon, you're going to go out and start speaking to people about DuePoint. And if you're successful, you might have to speak to 10 people, 20 people, that result in 5 people joining DuePoint, becoming wealth engineers and product owners. And that is the beginning of your channel of distribution. And from that point on, your channel can take on a life of its own, right? Because you found people to help you build your channel. They're building their own channels, but in turn, they're building your channel. And so bring in strong people at the beginning. Don't bring in needy people. People that don't have resources to be wealth engineers, right? Because they are not going to build your business for you. They are going to become burdens to you. You want people to go out and build their channels for themselves, strong people. If you have people that can't do that, they're going to be sending you SMSs asking for airtime, asking for data, asking for a lift, asking how do I use the internet, asking for a smartphone. Don't go for people like that. You can. You're free to go for people like that. But you need to make a clever business decision because this is your business you're building now. Go look for the strong people. The stronger the people you find here, the stronger your channel will be. Because if you find weak people at the beginning, your whole channel is going to be weak, and this will collapse every other month. Get the strong people at the beginning. And I'm going to show you a wealth engineer who brought strong people in at the beginning and what difference it's made to his business. All right, so that's what a channel of distribution looks like. That's what we're going to be focused on. A quick warning to everybody, if you arrived here thinking, well, I've been invited to a get-rich-quick scheme. There's two comments I want to make around that. Number one, we are not any form of scheme. We're a 70-year-old insurance company that's listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange. This is an authentic entrepreneurial opportunity that you're free to get involved with. All right? On the other side of it, we won't ever promise anyone in this business that they can get rich quickly. Wealth does not get built quickly. It takes years of hard work. And there's nothing any different. There's no form of success that exists in the world that happens overnight. It just doesn't. It takes years. Go look at anyone who's successful. It takes years to get right? And that's why I've got a picture of the ballerina's feet, because that's what we see. You see someone who's got a successful business. They dress nicely. They've got a nice car. They've got a nice house. But if you dig a little bit deeper, that's what it takes. It's blood, sweat, and tears. Anyone ready to leave at this point? Everyone's prepared. Still prepared. Good. I like this audience. All right. Let's get on to our products. We've got 4 financial products here at DuePoint. They are fairly straightforward products, so they're not complicated products. Their benefit is all financial in nature. We start with our Access Wealth product. It is an investment product, right? So it's going to cost you 324 Rand a month, of which 100 Rand gets invested into a tax-free investment fund, right, every month. And you've got free access to that investment. There's no 30, 60, or 90-day notice on that. You have immediate access to those funds. And then we give you a little bit of personal accident cover to the value of 120,000 Rand. So if anything happens to you, you get killed in any form of accident, whether it's a crime, you fall off a ladder, slip in the shower, whatever it is, we'll pay out your beneficiaries 120,000 Rand plus whatever is in the investment. So this is our investment product, Access Wealth. Product number 2 is called Wealth Guard. Wealth Guard is only personal accident cover. So it's only insurance. It's going to cost you 249 Rand every month, but this time you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover, right? The beauty of our personal accident cover products is that we don't discriminate against anyone with regards to their age or their health status. So you can be 60 years old, you can be diabetic, your premium doesn't go up. That premium is the same for everybody, and the amount of cover that you receive is the same for everybody. So really, this product becomes accessible to anyone. And then we've got our third product, Family Wealth, is our new funeral cover product. So you get, for 299 Rand, you get 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover. It covers up to 5 family members, and you also get 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection. That means if you owe somebody 10,000 Rand, we'll pay that debt for you up to the value of 10,000 Rand, and there's no excluded pre-existing conditions. Again, the premium is the same for everybody over the age of 18. It doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter what your health status is. You can take out this product. It's 299 for 20,000 Rand and 5 family members. And then you can bump it up. If you want more cover, you can push it up to 30,000 Rand cover. And if you have more family members, you can push it up to 10 family members. So there's a little bit of flexibility in this product. So this is our funeral cover product. And then lastly is Wealth Points. Wealth Points is going to cost you 299 Rand a month, and what this product aims to do is lower your cost of living every month, right? Because this product is all about discounts with the list of suppliers that you see there. So we've got discounts for data, we've got discounts at ShopRite Checkers, at other online retailers. If you're going to go buy a Jaguar or a Land Rover or a Ford, you can go get discounts with them, right? All those partners allow you to reduce your cost of living every month through this product. We've got restaurants, hotels, everything is covered here. And we are adding more partners to this product all the time. So it's always evolving. If you're looking for immediate benefit, this is a great product to have. So those are our 4 products. They are straightforward. If you have any more questions, come ask me. There are in-depth video reviews on each of our products on our YouTube channel if you really want to understand the product back to front. All right, quickly to mention our business model. How are we able to pay members of the public who do work in building their channels of distribution? Well, it's fairly simple. Traditional insurance companies and most companies in South Africa will spend a lot of money on marketing and advertising. That's how they grow in the country, right? At DuePoint, we don't do any advertising. You won't see a DuePoint logo outside of our building. You might see it on our Facebook channel and some of our social media channels, but that's it. We don't spend a cent on advertising. right? Because we depend on you, on our wealth engineers, to go out and tell people about DuePoint, right? We depend on you for our growth in South Africa. And so we don't have to spend the billions that the insurance industry typically spends every year on marketing and advertising. We can take that portion of our budget and we can give it to our wealth engineers in the form of our returns and our rewards program. So those are the two ways to benefit as a wealth engineer here at DuePoint: the returns program and the rewards program. So let's discuss the returns program, because this is the money that you're going to be making every single month. It works like this. You earn a base return fee of R27.50 for every product that you have in your channel. So remember the slide with all the dots on it? Imagine earning money off of every single one of those dots. Not once-off income, recurring income. Money every single month going forward. But it is dependent on where the product lies in relation to you. So people that you introduce to DuePoint always land on what we call your first point, right? So anyone that you connect to the business is going to go onto your first point. And on your first point, we actually pay you double the R27.50. And then when those people go out and connect other people, that product lies on your second point. And again, you get paid R55 for every product, right? So now think about this. You've got 10 people in your business that are connected to your channel. That's R550 you're suddenly earning every single month going forward. Over R6,000 a year you've just generated for yourself. And then as your channel starts to grow to the third point, now you see the multiplier drops back to 100%. And as your channel starts to grow out further and further and further away from you, the multiplier starts to drop, right? But at the 8th point, we don't limit you there. There's a little plus next to the 8. It means that you can grow your channel as big as you want it to be. You can earn as much as you want to earn here at DuePoint. There's no limitation on the size of your channel, because you'll keep earning 4% into infinity in theory. How much you want to earn is completely up to you. Time and numbers, as we always say. Time and numbers. You take care of the numbers, God will take care of the time. Right? There we go. So that's the mechanics of the returns. People want to understand, well, how much money can I earn over time? How much money do people earn here? How soon am I going to be rich? They want to know that. So we built a projection over the next 5 years. It is based on an assumption that in your first month in this business, you can add 3 people. You can connect 3 people successfully to DuePoint in month 1. And then every month thereafter, for the next 5 years, if you can bring in 2 people a month, right? So 3 in August, 2 in September, 2 in October, 2 in November, 2 in December. And you keep going, 2 people every month. Even in December when you're on holiday. Even in January when you're depressed. You keep building your business, right? And if you can follow those numbers, and this is just an example, if you can follow these numbers, you can be earning R2,500 after 6 months of work. Does that sound like an attractive proposition or a little disappointing? The wealth engineers all nod, yes, that's attractive. I'm speaking to the guests. The guests are still in 2 minds. They're thinking, 6 months of work to get to R2,500. I should have gone to that get-rich-quick scheme. They're promising more money sooner. Right? But I want to give you the appreciation of money. So a quick little illustration. Because what we do, because I do this constantly, every single day of my life I do this. I think like a consumer. How does a consumer think? The consumer thinks on how to spend money. If I put R2,500 in your purses right now, today, your lucky day, R2,500 into your wallets, how long is it going to last? It's Friday today. How long is that money going to last? Till Saturday. Some people say 1 hour. I don't know where they're going after this presentation. Right? But that's how consumers think. We have to stop thinking like consumers. We have to start thinking like wealth creators. Because someone who's focused on creating wealth, you give them R2,500. They don't think, how can I spend this money? They think, how can I use this money to make more money? And the first way most of us can make money with money is by paying our debt off faster. Here's an example of someone with a R1 million bond. So it's a fairly big example. It's a R1 million bond on a property that you bonded with a bank, because you don't have R1 million. They've lent you the money and you've agreed to pay them back over 20 years, right? We know what a bond is. At prime plus 2 on a R1 million property, you're paying 11,500 rand a month for 20 years. Okay? But you joined DuePoint. And 6 months later, with some hard work and success, you're earning 2,500 rand extra every single month. And you listen to Rob and decide, let me try paying my debt off fast. I don't know what the benefits are, but let me do it. If you take that money and you put it into your bond as an additional payment on your bond, so now you're paying an extra 20% into your bond. Maybe it's not so much. But the net effect of that is that you reduce your bond term from 20 years. It doesn't take you the 20 years to pay it off. That extra 2,500 rand will allow you to pay that house off in 11 and a half years. That is nearly half the time. 20% extra has nearly reduced the bond by 50%. It saves you 1 million rand in interest charges that the bank would have charged you. That happens to all debt. Whether you've bought furniture, a fridge, a car, it doesn't matter what it is. If there's debt involved, you are paying interest on it. The bank is the one making money out of money, not you. You have to get onto the right side of compound interest and be the person that starts making money out of money, right? So 2,500 rand has got a lot of value. Over 11 years, that 2,500 rand has just saved you 1 million rand close to. After 12 months, you're earning 9,000 rand a month. That's in excess of 100,000 rand every year. Who got a 100,000 rand bonus this year? Everyone looks at me like, are you crazy? Who would like 100,000 rand extra every year? 12 months of work. I'm taking everyone's names. Everyone's names today. After 24 months, you could be earning close to 30,000 a month, right? Because this business allows you power of duplication. It is not based only off of your effort. You have to be pushing and you have to find good people to help you. And if you can do that, that 30,000 rand is 24 months away from today. You keep going. At 36 months, you're close to 50,000 rand. Tell me when I lose you, when the number gets too big. You stop believing me. At 48 months, you're close to an extra 70,000 rand a month. 60 months, 5 years, 1 year after the next Soccer World Cup. You could be earning about 1 million rand extra every year. Anyone believe me? You don't have to believe me. What you have to be focused on is whether you can get to the 2,500 rand after 6 months. It's just an example. You might not need the 2,500 rand. Maybe you only want 1,000 rand, right? Because everybody is different in our business. Everybody. Everyone's got different circumstances, different excuses, different belief systems. And so instead of showing you that theory, I want to show you some real wealth engineers. And we have got, I don't know, there must be 100 wealth engineers that have been on stage in the last 2.5 years. And you can listen to their stories, right? We don't prep these people. They just tell us what they want to tell us. We want to hear real stories of how people experience this business. We don't show you people who have quit the business. We show you people that have persisted in the business, whether they've done well or not. Some people have done less than 2 people a month. Some have done more, right? Sometimes we show you superstars that are killing it, and sometimes we just show you the normal person that's grown slowly, but they've never quit. The quitting is the trick. So yeah, we've got Andries Lottering. He joined 2 years ago. The value of his channel sitting at 3,500 rand a month, right? So you could say, well, after 2 years, he should have been at 30,000 rand a month. But he's only at 3,500 rand a month. But to give you value to 2,500 rand again, you need to have 834,000 rand in a bank account at 5% interest to earn yourself 3,500 rand a month in recurring income. We've paid him about 23,000 rand over the last 23 months. He's brought in 15 people. So there's the number at the bottom. 15 people he's brought into his first point. It's translated to 91 products in his channel. You see the leverage, the duplication. He didn't bring in the 91, he only brought in the 15. Then we've got Petrus. Petrus has been in the business for 10 months. He's following 3 plus 2 quite closely, right? Because his value of his channel is sitting at nearly 5,000 rand a month. He's got 5 points open in his channel. He's got 121 products. He's only introduced 14 people into his business. Then we've got Casper and Madeleine Willifie from Pretoria. They joined 2 years ago. They've got an interesting story because Casper has not done much work in his channel, right? We always shout at him when he comes to the office, but he loves us, we love him. And the thing is, he never quit. So he had great success in the beginning. He brought in some very strong people. Look how many people he brought in 2 years. 8! But look how many products he's got in his channel. 665 products, because he brought in some strong people that have done a lot of the work. But we don't pay for other people doing the work. And so his 8,000 Rand a month should be double, if not triple, that number. But he has to do the work to unlock that channel, right? So those are a few of our wealth engineers. We've got hundreds of testimonies on our YouTube channel. If you want to go look at the other people, go look. My point is, everybody's different. Everyone's running a different race. I like to compare it to comrades. The wealth engineers know I always like to compare business to sport. There's a lot of similarities. This is like comrades. If you're one of those people that think you're going to sprint the first kilometer of comrades so you can be in the camera on SABC3 for 1 minute, you are going to be the person at kilometer 2 who's sitting next to the road dying. It is a comrades marathon. It is a long race. When I say long race, we are not talking 90 kilometers, we're talking 5, 10, 20 years, right? Your focus here is building wealth. This is not a smash and grab business. Figure out how to fit DuePoint into your life. That is the decision that we need to make. The decision is not if you want. Everybody wants. It's easy to want. In a split second, my brain can tell me what I want, right? That's not difficult. The difficulty is practically thinking of the plan to get what I want. That is the decision you need to make. If you want 10,000 Rand a month, you know that you need to be putting in 2 people every single month, constantly engaged in this business for 12 months at least to get there. That's the decision. So the decision is, how is DuePoint going to fit into your life? What spare time are you going to give DuePoint? You're going to have to take time away from relaxing, family, watching TV, watching sports, whatever it is. And you're going to have to say, I'll dedicate so many hours a week to DuePoint, so I can start building this channel of distribution. That is the decision we need to make. Joining is very easy. On our website, on the mobile app of the person that brought you here, they can help you sign up. It's going to take about 7 minutes, right? 7 minutes, you're a wealth engineer. You own a channel of distribution that is worth nothing. Start applying yourself to this business now. What do you need to do? Read the code of conduct. Complete the training. We've got so much training available. You don't have to go watch all of it at once. Just go watch the first few videos. We call it the basic series, right? Go look at those videos. Set goals for yourself. Where do you want to be? Don't think about the goal. Write the goal down. Write it down. I wonder always, after this presentation, how many people actually write their goals down? Write it down on a piece of paper with a deadline, because that's the only way you can prepare the plan. And what is the plan? The plan is always distilled back down to, how many people do I need to speak to? Not how many people say yes or no. That you can't control. What you can control, and the only metric, the most important metric in this business that you should be worried about, is how many people are you speaking to a month. That's what it comes down to. Nothing else. Doesn't matter if they say yes or no. It doesn't matter if they build or not. Keep yourself accountable to that number. Is it 10 people a month? Is it 5 people a month? Is it 20 people a month? Just speak to them, right? Get the merchandise. This is going to help you increase the amount of people that say yes. This is not a profit center for us. These are tools designed to increase your credibility so that people trust you. If you sit down and you've got business cards, you've got a pin on your lapel, you've got the DuePoint notebook and a pen, people will trust you because they see that you have belief in the business that you're representing. If you sit down with nothing, then you're just any Joe Schmo off the street. Get the merchandise. For me, most important is the business cards. Please consider getting the business cards. You get 500. We can send them anywhere in the country. Join our Facebook page. How many people here are on Facebook? Put your hands up. I want to see how many. Just more than half of you, right? Join the Facebook page. We produce content on here constantly, and there's money to be made in here. I'm going to show you how to make money. YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Does anyone have the YouTube app on their phones? A few of you. Subscribe here. It's going to tell you every time we load up a video, every time that camera gets turned on to broadcast around the world. It happens 8 times a week. That's 8 opportunities to build your business outside of the town that you live in. And then finally, make sure you download the mobile app. Our DuePoint app is your business app, right? That's the way we do business. Out of your pocket. It is so simple, right? Anytime, anywhere, it happens on your smartphone. Our rewards program. So remember, we go back, feels like a long time ago. We go back. I said there's two ways to benefit as a wealth engineer, the rewards program and the returns program. We spoke about the returns program. Now we're going to discuss the rewards program. We reward you for the success that you have here at DuePoint, right? It's an excuse for us to, behind the scenes, curve behavior in people. But for you, you can see it as an incentive program, some fun that DuePoint has, and a lot of the rewards are beautiful. That's why we've got a picture of a beach with a palm tree in the background, right? Very tactile rewards. So you get awarded XP for everything that you do here at DuePoint. Stands for experience points, and you get it for anything that you do wealth engineer related. And when you start earning XP, you get to rank up. So if you start out today, you'll start out as a rank 0 wealth engineer, right? You're not even on the board. You need 1,000 XP. You can do that in 60 seconds. You need 4 products in your qualified channel. And when you meet those 2 criteria, you become rank 1, you get 55 Rand. And then as you start earning more XP and your channel starts getting bigger, with time, the rewards get bigger and better. 20,000 Rand checks, 50,000 Rand checks on top of your returns waiting for you. We give tools to our wealth engineers to help them build their channels more effectively, right? Fancy little USB drives that plug into any device. Laptop, tablet, computer, TV, it plugs into everything. It's got all our collateral on there. We give rank 7 business cards. We've got a brand new rank 7 in the office, in the meeting there. These 2 people at the back here. Rank 7 today. What did they get? 12,500 Rand business cards. Who's willing to spend 12,500 Rand on one set of business cards? Never, right? But at DuePoint we do. Why? Because we know these are going to be tools of credibility. It's like having blocks of gold. Look at those business cards. You can go look at them in the merchandise cabinet. No one in the country has got business cards like our rank 7s. At rank 9, our first recurring reward. All those other rewards are once-offs, but this one is recurring. We take our rank 9s every year to our rank 9 international conference with their families. We fly business class there and back. It's 7 days at a 5-star luxury resort, all expenses paid trip. And I'm going to give you a little sneak preview to rank 9, because I don't think my boss is watching. This rank 9 trip that we're going on in December, you get your own butler for every room. It is waiting for everyone. Every single person in this room has the ability to get to rank 9. If you can get to rank 1, you can get to any rank, because it just requires you to speak to somebody once a day. That's all it requires. We're not asking for anything more. That's all you have to keep yourself accountable to. So take a look at our last trip. You might recognize some of the wealth engineers. This is the resort we went to. We've booked a different resort for this year. How quickly can you get there?
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
So our rank 9 trip is already booked. The flights, the business class cabins have been booked out already for December. This happens every year, right? We don't set your XP back to 0 every year. You just keep building and building and building. It'll take most of us 3-4 years to get to rank 9, but it doesn't mean you can do it sooner. This gentleman did it in 5 months. Opened up a laptop, 5 months later, he was rank 9. Right? It is up to you how quickly you want to get to rank 9. And we are running a campaign currently called The Road to Rank 9 on Facebook. So go join the Facebook page. Go look for the Road to Rank 9 trip. Participate in that campaign. There are 10 wealth engineers that are going to earn 2,000 Rand each just for participating. So go have a look out for that. At rank 11, we spent R250,000 Rand buying a brand new car for our wealth engineers. Which car do you want? You want the limousine or the little Italian-looking cars? There's too much traffic. You need the little one. Up to you. We buy that car cash and give it to our wealth engineers. We don't finance it. We don't lease it. There's no terms that you have to agree to. The car is yours once you hit rank 11. No stickers, just a little bit of fanfare, people celebrating your rank 11. And that's happened already. They can take you less than 2 years to get to if you want to. So what is the decision we're faced with today on this lovely Friday? The sun's come out a little bit. The weather's starting to turn again. People are becoming a little braver, right? In the middle of winter, well, people don't like the cold. But we've got warm months ahead of us. And there's still a lot of 2018 ahead of us. I think there's probably about 140 days left till the end of the year. That's 140 days of opportunity to connect people to build wealth in your life. And so I invite you to come join us at DuePoint with all the support in the world to build some wealth, to start creating an asset that pays out recurring income every single month. You don't have to be one of the superstars. You can be one of the slow people and still get there. It's about time and numbers. You take care of the numbers, time will take care of itself. All right? If you have any questions, come speak to me. I hope everyone has a prosperous 4 months left of 2018. Smile on your face in December and even January. That would be new, right? All right. Good luck, everybody. Thank you.